And now for something completely different.
In the last one, Vin Diesel fights a comet whilst riding a T-Rex.
In the late 1800s, a new and exciting medium was invented, and that medium was called cinema. And then about a week later, that developed into pornos.
I think the problem with people like this is that they are so stupid that they have no idea how stupid they are. You see, if you're very, very stupid, how can you possibly realize that you're very, very stupid? You'd have to be relatively intelligent to realize how stupid you are. There's a wonderful bit of research by a guy called David Dunning at Cornell, who's pointed out that in order to know how good you are at something requires exactly the same skills as it does to be good at that thing in the first place, which means, and this is terribly funny, that if you're absolutely no good at something at all, then you lack exactly the skills that you need to know that you're absolutely no good at it. And this explains not just Hollywood, but almost the entirety of Fox News.
And now for something completely different.
What was that?
And now for something completely different.
You ready?
I was 8 years old when I left Earth.
You want me to drive?
No.
I'll drive.
Figure out how to put it in backwards.
What a bunch of a-holes.
The way Americans overwork themselves is ludicrous. Pretty much every other industrialized country gives employees 4 weeks vacations. Germany is one of the most generous vacation policies in the world, and they give up to 8 weeks. And they're the ones who lost the war. Though I'm okay with that, to be honest. You know, we should encourage the Germans to stay relaxed. We've seen what happens when they get a little uptight. You might say they got a little bit too much done.
And now for something completely different.
Hi, Miguel! Miguel! Hey!
Thing is about to happen that has not happened since the elder days. The Ents are going to wake up and find that they are strong.
Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague, and we are the cure.
Doc, he's out again.
That's the second time this month. Oh, fuck me.
Am I devious? Yes, I think I am. But as the old saying goes, I didn't come here to make friends. Well, that's bullshit. That's exactly what I came here to do.
And now for something completely different.
That's what my father used to say. A grenade a day keeps the enemy at bay.
California will be wetter than
me? I don't think so.
A hilarious, larger-than-life Irish mother, very funny woman in her own right, always used to say to me, if you haven't got anything nice to say, then you should shut your face, you evil prick.
I think it was safe to say that I've never really been aware of my own timeless brand of loveliness. Of course, you see, I am lovely in a fluffy, moist kind of a way. I walk, let's be splendid about this, in a lightly scented cloud of gorgeousness that isn't far short of being quite simply terrific. The secret of smooth, almost shiny loveliness of the order which we're discussing in this simple, frank, creamy, soft way doesn't reside in oils, unguents, balms, ointments, creams, astringents, milks, moisturizers, liniments, lubricants, embrocations, or balsams, to be rather divine for just one noble moment. It resides, and I mean this in a pink, slightly special way, in one's attitude of mind. To be gorgeous and high and true and fine and fluffy and moist and sticky and lovely, all you have to do is to believe that one is gorgeous and high and true and fine and fluffy and moist and sticky and lovely. And I believe it of myself, tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, because, stopping off for a second to be super again, I'm so often told it. That's the secret, really.
And now for something completely different.
This is some internet prank where a dude goes to McDonald's and he asks to borrow a broom and he does this.
Boom! 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 Oh my God! Get out! Without wishing to detract from your award-winning performances, may I be so bold as to inquire what you hope to achieve by this prank?
And now for something completely different.
Hey! Oh my God!
over years of taking the bus, I have familiarised myself with the onboard safety instructions. When a guy kicks off with a driver, don't even fucking look, just turn, look out the window, stare at the chewing gum and go to a happy place.
You know what they say, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he'll drain the oceans, bleach the coral reef and bring the extinction of the human race.
And now for something completely different.
Take your plague mask from plain to pretty in pink.
You ever shout out the wrong name during sex? That's embarrassing, isn't it? Especially if you're on your own. Who's Dave? I don't even know a Dave.
And now for something completely different.
I feel like I consciously decided to stick my head in Satan's pussy so that he can queef in my eyes. I am soaking in Satan's hot queef. Have you ever smelled a satanic queef? It smells like ass! How does a queef smell like ass?
In the quiet words of the Virgin Mary, come again.
Whoa! Fuck off.
If I was making a bomb, I'd paint all the wires the same colour. It's not really a joke, it's just a fucking good idea.
And now for something completely different.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Life is a waste of time. Time is a waste of life. Get wasted all the time and you'll have the time of your life.
Black Lives Matter happened, clearly a good thing, and then people that didn't really understand it came along and went, all lives matter. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's like someone saying, save the whale, and someone going, save all animals. Yes, but we don't really have a problem with people harpooning pigeons, you daft c***.
Remember, your private thoughts might be fucked up, but you're not alone.
And now for something completely different.
Come on, bro, I'm ready. Let's go right now. You know how to fight? You know how to fight?
It's all martial and no art. All that people care about is the look, because there's figures on this. 70% of what people react to is the look. You know, it's how you look. And there's about 20% is how you sound, and only 10% is what you say. So if you look good and sound good, just up there going, big mouth, the eyes, you sound, and keep confirming and denying things.
Everyone go wild.
If God loves me, he's got a funny way of showing it, hasn't he? That shut him up.
And now for something completely different.
Russian missile gets returned to sender.
Titan, the novelty nuclear missile. You never know when it'll go off. Surprise your friends, amuse your enemies. Start the party with a bang.
Blimey. Well, bit of a surprise piece of news here. We don't normally do news stories, but this one does seem fairly major. It'd be silly to ignore it. According to a Reuters news flash, the government has apparently just been bought by Honda. You went through in the early hours of this morning. According to Reuters, is believed to have paid upwards of $400 million for the troubled democracy giant. Yes, well, I think I ought to say at this point that that was all made up. Honda haven't really bought the government. It's a completely silly idea.
Oh, is it?